Just write that down. All right, so that. Okay. Isn't she wonderful? Vicki and I have been in touch by email for a while. She's absolutely wonderful. Okay. I was writing stories in War Clouds Passion, and I had the hero who was Cheyenne, and he was making a stand, and it was an actual war that did happen, and I can't remember the name of it now. It was in Kansas. I went to the actual battlefield as well, just to have a look at it. But he's standing there as a Cheyenne did. He was a dog soldier, and dog soldiers, when they were attacked, they would throw down their sash. And what that meant was they are there, they are tied to it, and they are there to either repel the enemy or die in the attempt. And they cannot leave that spot. The only way they can leave that spot is if someone else comes and rescues them and takes that sash off. That's a dog soldier. So he was a dog soldier, and they were being attacked, and there he was standing there. And the heroine at the time was in the middle of this battle that actually did happen. And there was a river there, and I wanted the heroine to be taking children and women and that sort of thing across this river. And I'd never seen it, never had anything to do with it. I spent weeks on this. I could not write this scene. I couldn't seem to envision it. I couldn't do anything. And I write under deadline, so there was no way I could go and look at it and see, okay, well, you have grass up to here, and then it's, you know, how shallow is it, and then it's that and the other thing. And she also had ponies that she was taking across. So I sort of went, okay, what am I going to do? I've been on this for like 3 weeks. Okay, so trying to get the mass of it, I did a diagram. I just diagrammed it out, okay? You know, a little pen and paper, and I drew the river, and this is the bank that she has to get to, and hero's here, and she's here, and here are all these children, and here are the teepees, and here are the Indians fighting, and over here is the cavalry, and you know, what she had to do back and forth, and how she was going to do that. And as soon as I diagrammed that out, I could suddenly write it. I just couldn't, in my mind, visualize it well enough without having the actual mass. It comes from the principle of if a boy or a girl or, you know, child or anyone is studying, let's say, a subject like tractors, and they're from the city, they've never seen a tractor, they've never had anything to do with it, they don't even know what they're about. And you're trying to teach them how to drive a tractor. Well, it's going to be pretty hard for them to learn how to drive a tractor unless they can go and see a tractor. Maybe touch it and get up on the seat and drive it around a little bit. How does it turn on? If you can't do that, pictures. Pictures are good. You know, you can see, here's a tractor, and here's a little boy, he's a farmer, and he's over here, and he's plowing this field, and this is what a tractor does. Something that gives a person mass. Because there are very specific phenomena that go along with this. If you've ever written and you come away feeling like you're squashed, sort of bent, headachy, your throat might hurt from time to time, your stomach might feel a little queasy, these are a symptom of lack of mass. If you supply the mass, often those symptoms will go away. What was it that I was doing one time? I used to write and not have any pictures around me at all. I just write and write. And I'd come away from writing and I'd feel headachy and kind of, you know, just kind of ick, like massy and burnt and squashed and that sort of thing. And I then came to really study the study technology because I was working with the Blackfeet who had a project up on the Blackfeet Reservation for many, many, many years, and that utilizes technology. And so I came to study it again, and I sort of went, oh, lack of mass, you know, So the first thing I did was I went and I got tons of pictures of Indians and the West and what they looked like, and horses and this and that, and I have a folder about this thick, not to mention all the stuff that's on my walls that's nothing but pictures. Just pictures, pictures, pictures of anything you can think of. And if I ever get in that particular mode again where you feel kind of bent, kind of squashed, head feels like you've just run into something, you feel a little headachy, stomach feels a little upset. You know, supply the mask for what you're doing, particularly in this day and age when we write a lot about paranormal. Who writes paranormal here? Okay. And historical writers? Okay. Contemporary, maybe not so much, you know, but I still think that you need pictures of that heroine or pictures of the hero, or if you've never been to that place, you should have pictures of the place and, you know, different things like that. That is number one, something that can keep that manuscript from going and going. I do write on outline because I am, you know, I'm paid in advance before I write the book. And so I do write on outline, but often I find that the characters will not respond. They won't solve their problems for me if I have some kind of writer's block. Sometimes they'll stand there like, yeah, what do you want us to do, you know? And that is really writer's block for me, when the characters will not cooperate. Who's had that happen? Yeah, okay. Well, we're getting to that.